It's Jennifer from Soul Source Tarot, and I thought I'd do another daily vibe, daily tarot reading. Let's just see what we have for today. What do we have for a message today? Okay. Well, we have Crown. Honor and respect will come to you. That's what's coming in, because if you were to turn it, you know, it's coming. Honor and respect will come to you. And Gong, an exciting event. Now this is a challenge. So, you know, I wonder if there's already been an exciting event, or an exciting event is happening right now. Right now. An exciting event is coming. It is coming. Maybe there's been, or it's happening right now. Because again, we're going in that direction. Maybe there's been a delay. Maybe things are going to speed up. Okay. Well, we have an exciting event, and honor and respect will come to you. Maybe something has happened or is happening now that is sparking some sort of change that brings respect. I guess that's probably what it is. What do we got here? The end. Well, the end of a story, the end of a chapter, right? I mean, that's the end, right? That is the end. That's like, you know, when you get to the end of the book and, you know, you see that little the end of that story or whatever it is. Their ex. We had this the other day. So somebody's ex is it doesn't say your ex, this is their ex. So this could be, you know, your friend's ex. It could be your partner's ex. It could be your boss's ex. It could be anybody's ex. Somebody's ex is very prominent here. 911. Well, that's an emergent situation. So we do have an emergency situation. We have something that is coming to a close. You know, we see 9. 9 is a sign to move on. 1's a new beginning. So I think that there is definitely an ending here that may end suddenly. Okay, because typically 911, at least in the US, is emergent. It comes out of nowhere. So there could be an emergency or sudden change. Maybe it comes, you know, after an accident. Could be a criminal situation. Just saying. I mean, 911, where I come from, is emergency. So, and it's, you know, if something is happening that was probably, or is, well, not always. You know, sometimes there's conspiracies. Sometimes things are planned, but not always. Whatever's happening, there is something that is urgent, okay? There's some sort of urgency here. Honor and respect will come to you. The end of a story, the end of a chapter. There is somebody's ex involved that is part of this change. It's maybe the catalyst that caused the whole thing, made the opening, or caused somebody to take a step, or whatever. Let's get one more. Obviously, we have an exciting event. There's obviously some sort of event, you know. May not be what you think. It may not be, you're not sure it's exactly as you expected. Ooh, an invitation is coming. We've been having this a lot. I've been seeing this one a lot in different readings, different signs, and in the dailies. An invitation is coming. So, an invitation is coming. Honor and respect will come to you. Maybe somebody's learned a lesson from their ex. I mean, yeah. What else do we have? Oh, this one's been coming up a lot as well. There's been obviously some sort of barrier, some sort of wall. But this is the end of that barrier, the end of that wall, the end of that blockage. So that's what it looks like to me. blockage, barrier, or challenge is coming to an end. It's a deal. We've had this in this deck with the shared values, but same kind of thing. We have a victory wreath here as well, so this is making a deal. I mean, very similar to yesterday's, and that would make sense considering it's the very next day. It's a deal, so we do have some sort of agreement here. Obviously, these people have some sort of shared values. They've had some sort of conversation, and they're making some sort of deal. So we definitely have a deal here. This is some sort of agreement. And if you see the wreath, which represents, you know, completion, we definitely have the completion of some sort of cycle. Shield. Now, shield is about protection, a blockage, a need to protect oneself, feeling like you need to protect yourself. Maybe even indecisive, two different options. Maybe we have somebody here that has been unable to open up. There's been some sort of barrier. You may need to defend yourself. Maybe you've had to defend yourself, and maybe that's why this is so emergent. You know, maybe we have somebody here that's had to defend themselves constantly, and now this is some sort of emergency situation. No. So we have just a flat no, right? If you go this way, if you go that direction, whatever it is, you're probably going to get hurt. I mean, we have a barbed wire fence right there. That is a no answer. No, don't go that way. It's only going to hurt you. Maybe we have somebody, there's obviously some sort of barrier. We have a fence, we have a shield, we have a wall. There's definitely a barrier here. There's a blockage. There's something in the way. And perhaps you're being told to go back or not go in that direction. Maybe you're going to, from a no, maybe there's a new invitation that is coming. You know, maybe there's this blockage has been there, you know, to protect you. Interesting. We have an exciting event. Something, I feel like it's sudden. It's obviously sudden. Something is happening suddenly. An invitation is coming. You need to be careful. You may need to protect yourself. You may need to defend yourself. You may need to tell somebody no. There's an opportunity here to align with or make a deal with somebody that there's some sort of shared values. There's been some sort of blockage in the way. Maybe restrictions, obviously. All right, what else do we have? If you like this video, please like and subscribe, comment, hype, whatever it is that you do. Ooh, wish being granted, right? I mean, the stars, wish fulfillment. It's a time of hope and inspiration and dreams, right? And healing. So this is a healing energy. It's a deal. Right on top of it's a deal. Maybe somebody's healing from their ex as well. Anyhow, this is typically some sort of wish being granted. Sudden. Because this is sudden. I know there's some sort of sudden situation that is happening. We may have some sort of new purpose. Could even be some unexpected help arriving. I do feel like this is definitely unexpected, whatever this is. Sometimes, you know, the tower comes before the star. So there's obviously an event, an exciting event. Maybe it's a well, it's sudden, right? Tower's sudden. I mean, tower comes before the star. So there's obviously an event that causes some sort of major disruption, major chaos, major fall, right? Maybe there's a fallout, crash. But the star comes after that loss, after that crumble of a false sense of security. So there's a false sense of security that is crumbling or has crumbled, or something is happening. This is, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. That brings some sort of wish fulfillment. This is typically a blessing in disguise that comes after a significant loss, upheaval, change, break. If somebody built a foundation that wasn't stable, it wasn't secure, it's probably been breaking or leaning for quite some time. Let's get one more. Typically the star is guaranteed success. This one just fell out. We got to take it. 3 of Pentacles reversed. Now, this is an emergent situation. You need to protect yourself, defend yourself. This has to do with people. It has to do with work. It has to do with community. There's lack of teamwork. There's lack of togetherness. We may have somebody who is stepping on somebody else's toes. You know, they're maybe trying to take credit for somebody else's work, or maybe even trying to do somebody else's work. 3 of Pentacles reversed is lack of teamwork. It's not compromising. It's not collaborating well. It's not working well with others. Something isn't working out. Maybe we have somebody here that just doesn't work well. They don't work well. They don't collaborate well. They don't communicate well. There's something to do with community here. Maybe there's selfishness. An invitation is coming. You need to defend yourself. You do. We have somebody here. It has something to do with work because of this 3 of Pentacles. Somebody may be praying for something. The star represents prayers. Praying for something more unified, more team-oriented, really. An invitation is coming. It's not what you expect. There's no teamwork, there's no togetherness, there's no communication, there's lack of... I feel like we have somebody here that's had to defend themselves constantly because that shield is under there. There's been a blockage of success, really. But there's guaranteed success with this sudden change, you know. Something hasn't been working out because, I don't know why. Because of lack of ability to work together. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be, but this is somebody that is very skilled, very down to earth, laid back. She has an opportunity in her hand. She's very capable. She's focused, right? She's focused on stability. She's very loyal. She's focused on money, right? She can turn anything into a profit. She has the skills and she has the work ethic as well. This is the Queen of Work, right? She's all about work. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, work, 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 work. So this Queen of Pentacles, an invitation is coming. This invitation is solid. It is stable. It is secure. This is something that has been earned. It has been earned. Something hasn't worked out because I feel like it wasn't meant to be, kind of like the star. But but the star is something that is coming, that was prayed for or wished for once upon a time. An invitation is coming where you can just relax. The Queen of Pentacles, and she's a worker, but she's very laid back. Good luck.